Clients often ask me, Ed, is there a way I could get paid above 100%? The good news is, yes, there is a way. It's called special monthly compensation. Special monthly compensation, or SMC, pays you above and beyond the 100% rate. The bad news is, not everyone's going to qualify for it. A lot of special monthly compensation is reserved for veterans with severe injuries that need special attention, like burns or loss of hands, loss of feet. But there are three levels of special compensation that many veterans will qualify for. So let's get into it. So special monthly compensation, as I said, pays you above the 100% rate. It's broken into different tiers. Let's talk about a level of special monthly compensation that the VA regularly misses and veterans routinely qualify for. This is SMC-S. SMC-S pays an extra $446 a month if you qualify for it. Now, there's a couple different ways to qualify for. One way is fairly easy if you have the right ratings. The other way could be a little bit more difficult. But let's talk about them. So the first way to qualify for SMC-S is what I like to call the 100 plus 60 rule. So in order to qualify this way, you need one disability rated at 100%, and then the remaining disabilities need to combine to a total of 60%. And if you meet these qualifications, then you get that extra $446 a month. So let's do a little example so you understand. Let's say you're service connected for PTSD at 100%. You also have sleep apnea, service connected at 50%, and tinnitus, service connected at 10%. So since you have the one disability at 100%, and the sleep apnea and the tinnitus combined to 60%, then in this case, you're good to go and you would qualify for that SMC-S. Now, guys, keep in mind, in this scenario, yes, 50 and 10 ended up being 60, but the VA does not add those ratings. They combine them. And what I'm going to do here for you is put up a link on the screen to the VA's combined rating calculator. For those conditions that you believe to be combined to 60%, just put their percentages in the calculator and it'll spit out a number of what your combined rating is. Now, for you guys on unemployability, you may qualify for this too. It's a little more difficult when you're on unemployability, but it can be done. So when you're on unemployability, you have to show that I would have qualified for unemployability based on just one of my conditions and plus the rest combined to 60%. So let's say that in this last example, the veteran was only 70% for PTSD and then 50% sleep apnea, 10% tinnitus. If he could show that his unemployability was granted just due to the PTSD, he would also qualify for SMC-S. This version gets a little tricky. An experienced attorney could probably help you out here if you're unable to prove one of your conditions leads to unemployability. Now, for the SMC-S, per the 100 plus 60 rule, there's no form. In fact, the VA is supposed to infer this claim for you, meaning that they have to bring it up themselves. So if you were 100% for one condition and the rest combined to 60% and you're not getting your SMC-S, well, that's what's called a clear and unmistakable error. And you need to bring that to the VA's attention because you're owed some back pay, some significant back pay probably. If it's been less than a year since you've qualified for the 100 plus 60 rule, do a higher level review. If it's been more than a year, you probably want to do a supplemental claim, VA Form 0995. Now, besides the 100 plus 60 rule, there's another way to qualify for this SMC-S and the $446, and that's by showing that your service-connected disabilities have rendered you housebound. Now, this is a much harder way than the first two examples I gave. you're going to need some medical evidence showing that because of your service-connected disabilities, you are substantially confined to your home. So this can mean a lot of things, guys. Say you're physically disabled, you're in a wheelchair, you have oxygen tanks. It's just difficult for you to leave the house or the immediate premises. That could qualify as housebound. I had a client who was service connected for agoraphobia, so kind of the fear of the outside or the fear to leave his home. That certainly qualified as housebound. Um, Someone who's institutionalized, that could qualify as housebound. So as you can see, this requires some severe medical conditions, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. If you're unsure, happy to talk to you guys, see if I could get you those housebound benefits under SMC-S. Whew. All right, guys, that's SMC-S. If you guys ever have questions about this, feel free to reach out to me at vetlawoffice.com. But let's get into the second SMC, and that is SMC-L, or more commonly called the aid in attendance benefit. This benefit pays an extra $913.21 a month if you qualify for it. Now, guys, what I'm talking about here is a benefit called regular aid in attendance. There are more severe, higher paying levels of aid in attendance. Some of them pay up to $10,000 a month if you're really that bad off. If you guys want to talk about those more severe aid in attendance, feel free to set up a consultation with me. Otherwise, I may do a video here in the near future. In order to qualify for aid in attendance, you need to have someone help you with what the VA calls your activities of daily living. So your wife or maybe a parent, a nurse comes to your house and they have to help you dress yourself, bathe yourself. You're unable to feed yourself. You need someone to help clothe you and take care of your medication. If that's you, you may qualify for aid in attendance and that extra $914. Now, the VA loves denying this benefit, guys. So I encourage you to go ahead and apply. That's VA Form 21-2680. But keep in mind, the VA loves denying this claim, guys. So, don't get discouraged if you do get denied. You have some appellate options. Get yourself some help if you need it. All right, so that's aid in attendance. Now, the third special monthly compensation I want to talk about today is most commonly associated with male veterans, but you female veterans also qualify for benefits under this SMC, and that's SMC-K, or loss of a creative organ. So most commonly, I see this with men who have erectile dysfunction due to a service-connected condition. The VA will pay them extra $132.74 a month. However, what also counts is loss of ovaries, loss of fallopian tubes, pretty much any loss of your reproductive tract, and you would qualify for this benefit. One thing to keep in mind for SMC-K is that it's stackable on top of other levels of SMC. So if you have aid in attendance and that extra $913.21 a month, and you have erectile dysfunction due to a service-connected condition, you could stack on that extra $132.74 a month for a combined total of $1,045.95. So guys, that's how you get above and beyond 100%. I really appreciate everyone's support on this channel. Please keep watching, liking, subscribing. Remember, you have the power to change your VA claim. Hey, if you guys need help, please contact me, vetlawoffice.com. I'm always happy to talk to guys. Take care, guys, and we'll see you for the next episode.